The Denver Broncos have found the ideal game plan to beat Anthony Richardson and the Indianapolis Colts on Sunday. It just so happens that both starting quarterbacks in this game, Anthony Richardson and Bo Nix, will be making their 14th starts of their NFL career. Anthony Richardson has kind of had a tumultuous journey to get to 14 starts in his career. He started his first 4 games of his rookie season, ended up getting injured with a season-ending shoulder injury against the Tennessee Titans. Then he ends up coming back this year and gets out to a rough start. Joe Flacco comes in after Richardson gets injured once again. He plays okay. They end up going to Flacco once again after Richardson came back from the injury because Richardson was just still kind of struggling out there. Flacco really didn't do much in his games that he started after Richardson got benched, so the Colts decided, all right, we invested the number 4 overall pick in Anthony Richardson. We're going to bring him back starting week 11, and he's going to be the starter for the remainder of the season. Bo Nix has started every single game of his rookie season, and 14 starts, or 13 starts, I guess, into their NFL career, I would say that Bo Nix looks like the more highly developed drop back passer. That's very apparent both on the numbers side of things and on the tape side of things. But Anthony Richardson, in terms of physical talent, has a really high upside, and it's very clear on certain plays why the Colts spent the 4th overall pick on him, but it's a matter of consistency, and right now, Anthony Richardson just is trying to find that level of consistency where he can be a competent starting quarterback in the NFL. In the past 3 games that he has started since he got benched, he has sort of started to find his mojo a little bit. He has gotten a little bit better as a drop back passer, but more importantly, the Indianapolis Colts are utilizing him with the run game a lot more. They are utilizing his legs. When he's got the ball in his hands, he almost reminds me of Cam Newton just with his very large frame, the way that the Colts utilize him on power runs, on quarterback sweeps. It looks very Cam Newton-esque out there. So that is a very positive trait of Anthony Richardson's career, but when you look at his stats this year in particular, it's just been so inconsistent through the air. He's got a 47.4% completion, which is the lowest completion percentage in the NFL by a country mile. He has really struggled this year in terms of consistently being able to deliver the ball. 1,511 yards, 7 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. When he does deliver the ball, though, he can make some beautiful big-time throws, as evident by PFF's big-time throw stats. 17 big-time throws, 7.4 big-time throw percentage, which is the highest big-time throw percentage in the NFL. Anthony Richardson can launch some beautiful rainbow moon balls. The dude has high-end arm talent when he gets the ball on target. He just can't consistently get the ball on target. Even on those deep shots, it's either going to go over the receiver's head or it's going to be a perfect catch, a perfectly placed ball. So you never know what you're really going to get from Anthony Richardson on a down-to-down basis. He has the second highest turnover-worthy play percentage in the NFL, only behind Drew Lock. So really, amongst quarterbacks who've started the most games in the NFL this year for their football team, Anthony Richardson has the highest turnover-worthy play percentage. He also has the highest average depth of target across the entire NFL by a country mile. 13.3 is his average depth of target. Everybody else is below 10. So Anthony Richardson is not afraid to sling the rock. Like I said earlier, it's kind of a feast or famine drop back passing game. In the run game, it wasn't really a big part of his game in the early part of the season. They were asking him to really play more of a drop back passing role, and he just couldn't do it. Shane Steichen, to his credit, is a really good NFL head coach and a really good offensive mind, and he knew what his quarterback couldn't do, so he kind of pivoted to more of a run-heavy offense. That's what they want to do to begin with. They want to run the ball with Jonathan Taylor, but they implemented a lot more read option stuff, a lot more RPOs, and Anthony Richardson has found some success with that this year. On the ground, 70 carries, 383 yards. He's the second leading rusher for the Colts this year. 5.5 yards per carry, 4 touchdowns. He does have 7 fumbles, though, when he's carried the ball, which is very concerning, but he's only lost 1 of those fumbles. He's done a good job, or his teammates have done a good job of recovering those fumbles. 27 first downs on the ground, and a lot of that rushing production, again, has come in those 3 games since Richardson has come back from being benched. I think that is something the Colts really want to lean on, and looking at the forecast for this game, it's going to be windy. Gusts of up to 30 miles per hour in this game. That could really impact both teams wanting to throw the football. And because of some of Richardson's inconsistencies throwing the ball anyway, I do think that that's something the Indianapolis Colts are going to want to do. It has gotten better, though, since he's come back from being benched in terms of him being a drop-back passer. He's 20th in EPA per play since returning from being benched, 46.2% success rate, which is 15th in the NFL. His completion percentage over expected is still pretty low, 27th in the NFL with negative 2.9% completion percentage over expected, 13.3 air yards per attempt, which is first in the NFL. So he's still going to sling the ball downfield. That's just what the Colts passing game has feasted on, really. But as a runner this year, 13 runs have come from inside the tackles with an average of 4.2 yards per carry. 22 have come off of the tackle with 7 yards per carry on average. 28 outside runs, 6.5 yards per carry on average. He's got 218 yards after contact this year. Because of his big bruising frame, he can really bulldoze through guys, almost in ways like Derrick Henry can. 13 broken tackles on the year. That read option game with him and Jonathan Taylor has worked really well over these last couple of weeks, and that's something that the Denver Broncos are going to have to look to stop in this game. In order to stop the Colts offense in this game and to stop Anthony Richardson in this game, the Broncos are going to have to play tight coverage to the line of scrimmage and basically dare Anthony Richardson to throw the football. And when Richardson is forced to drop back, it's been inconsistent. The 2 defenses that Richardson has had the most success against since coming back from his benching have been the New York Jets, who have really fallen off of a cliff ever since Robert Saleh got fired, and then the New England Patriots, who are in the bottom half of the NFL in almost every statistical category. They struggled against the Detroit Lions, who play a very similar brand of football that the Denver Broncos do. A lot of single high man coverage, a lot of blitzing, very aggressive football. So the Lions might end up being that game plan that the Denver Broncos could look to copy. And the Colts struggled against it. They only put up 6 points, and they were completely shut out in the second half. So if there is a game plan that the Denver Broncos could look to utilize, it's that same game plan that the Detroit Lions used. And the Broncos and Lions play such similar brands of defense that just by default, I think that's going to be the plan that the Denver Broncos will have to ultimately stop Anthony Richardson and the Indianapolis Colts. All right, Broncos country, let me know in the comment section below, how confident are you in this Broncos defense, especially being without Riley Moss for yet another game, in their ability to be able to slow down Anthony Richardson and this Colts attack? Drop those comments down below, guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts, as always. Be sure to leave a like on this video as well as subscribe and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed. Help us get to 5,200 subscribers. We are getting closer and closer by the day. Before we get out of here, guys, I want to tell you about the affiliate partner for today's video, Whitebeard Signworks. Use code BS30, link in the description down below, to save $30 off your first purchase on NFL LED team logo signs, just like this really cool sign behind find me. Again, that is code BS30, link in the description down below to save $30 off your first purchase from Whitebeard Signworks. Thank you so much to them. And until next time, guys, I'm your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.